What's going on, YouTube? It's about that time again. Now we tune in to Reality Talk News. Now we have an update here that about the Nolan Wells incident and Horn Island. Now, before they went to the Horn Island, I believe that they had a pool party that following night before they went over there the very next day. So the information they got for right now is attorneys for the black of family, the attorneys for the black of a black teenager who went missing during the 4th of July boat trip to an island off the Mississippi coast said they will work with the local prosecutor office to inspect the contents of his cell phone as the investigation to his death continues. Now, the family of Nolan Wells had previously alerted that the messages seemed to have been erased from his cell phone before they got it back. Just one of the series of concern they erased about the circumstances and investigation surrounding his death. So now, today, they will meet with the district attorney, Angel Myers, on Wednesday, largely to discuss the inquiry process. But attorney Ben Crump says Maroth also committed to presenting the investigation to the grand jury once it was completed. Messages seeing comment from Merath's office were not returned. Let me tell you one thing. When they go to court, they want to see everything what was going on, even the cell phone records. Because even though they erased those messages, you can always go and get the records from the local cell phone company. So if they erased the messages before they gave it back to her parents, what is something they hiding something right there? They hiding something. Now, another incident that the attorney hopes that the grand jury will bring up in partial decision. The hope is when it pertains to the grand jury, already witnesses and evidence will be pertains to them. So we can have a fair and partial investigation to the death of Nolan Wells, Crump said. Our lives experience telling us that we must question everything and everybody role law enforcement role that the lived experience as black people of America. Most felons cases go to the grand jury in Mississippi, said Ronald Rexler, can't pronounce the last name, a law professor of the University of Mississippi. A grand jury typical comprised of 15 to 25 sentences who listed to the prosecutor evidence and decide whatever there is enough evidence for an indictment, Reichlet says. So if they collect all those evidence, there will be, hopefully, it'll be enough evidence to place them under arrest. Because I don't know what really going on. Now, Forrest Nolan Wells' friend, I don't know what he's saying about it. I don't know what he was talking about or whatever like that. We're going to get to him with a new update about the friend. So Wells was traveling to an island with friends, but failed to return with them when they left around 3 p.m. Confident accounts has been given as whatever he planned to remain on Horn Island, about 7 miles, 11 kilometers offshore, to talk to a girl or to return with those friends. So the roughly 11 mile long, 17 kilometer long by boat, split of an island is near the Alabama state line. The island is uninhabited and accessible only by the boat and popular for parties and gatherings, official says. Wells' mother reported him missing shortly after midnight on July 5th. The next day, the boat rescue crew launched series and Wells' body was recovered in the water near the island afterwards. So Speculation and suspicions about the teen's death has been reported online as people grapple with the state attorney of racial tensions and what it means to be a black person in majority white space. Families and attorneys have said the photos and the videos of 4th of July celebration on the island where nearly 200 people had gathered, that Wells was one of the few black people present. So it wasn't too many blacks there. You will see like 2 blacks there. You're only going to see 2 blacks. You don't hardly see blacks there. Most of those people was white at this 200 people gathering at this celebration. It was way more whites than blacks there. So it wasn't hardly no blacks at this celebration. Now, the Congress Black Caucus also waited in Wednesday, adding the call for an independent investigation to the death. Authorities with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and other agencies was quick to say they did not suspect foul play of his death. They were quick enough to say they didn't do it. See, what them sheriffs trying to do is they want to hurry up and close the case. They want to hurry up and close the case and sweep it under the rug. Hit the like button. They want to sweep it under the rug, but they like, oh hell no, this is my son. I'm not from sweep nothing under the rug, and we not gonna be quiet. We're gonna let it spread all over the world. Now, see, I'm gonna tell you how white folks work. I'm gonna tell you how they work. You got to be careful going with them. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, you the only black person. If something happened to you, they will sweep stuff under the rug. They're gonna pretend like nothing happened. They're gonna deny it. They're gonna do everything, and then it's gonna come up with a few freaking dollars. They're gonna come up with money after money for a real investigation. Because if you put it, because they not gonna do a real investigation, they ain't gonna never do a real autopsy. They're gonna look, and then next thing you know, oh, he drowned. That's why they moved the body to DC for a personal, private autopsy. You see the difference? So both of the family's attorneys and Jackson County Sheriff's Department investigators has asked witnesses or anyone witnessing the video from the island to come forward as they seek answers about the moment before Wells' disappearance and death. So, do you think all 200 people gonna step forward? Heck no. They not finna step forward. Even though they was there, when you go to a party, if you go to a club, if something happen, they will run with the wind. They're like, I don't see nothing. That's the first thing they're gonna say. That's why when you tape all these people there, when they have a video camera, all these people, I say find every last one of them people and make them all step forward. If you don't step forward, then I'm gonna have to place you under arrest because you seen something and you ain't reporting it. Well, that's not my responsibility. I don't know nothing about it, but you was there. Now, Wells, who will have turned 19 next month, attended Southwest Mississippi Community College, where he played wide receiver on a football team. His family had urged a deeper investigation, said he could swim. They also questioned why friends would leave him behind, but take his keys and phone. Now, if they knew, I don't know if they was in the deep end, if they was drowning, why nobody didn't jump in that water to help him? If he left and went with some girl, why nobody didn't help him? Remember, everything was cool. Everybody was at a pool party before they even go to that boat with the Horn Island. Now, family members retrieved his phone from the home of one of the Wells friends, and even on July 4th, after using a location app to find it, his family says their son was an evolved Snapchat user, but there were no posts or messages within the 24 hours or so before they retrieved it. Crump previously says he planned to hire an expert to determine whatever data could be recovered from the phone or social media Wednesday. He said there will be process or will move forward in the cooperation with the investigations in the prosecutor office. So now they're going to have to get an expert. What the expert's going to do, he going to go get the phone records from the phone, whatever phone he dealing with, whoever service whatever service he's dealing with, like AT&T, T-Mobile, Metro PCS, Cricket, and stuff like that, or Boost Mobile. You can go get those phone records from any one of those companies, and and then you look through those the text messages as well. Now, I can't pronounce this name. Reichlich, the law professor, says mutual inspections of evidence between the police and victim's family is not topical. Evidence is secure, is not usually shared. Reichlich says, adding the cooperation between the family and the police can see the investigation. Now, Wales' death was galvanized the black community. Actor and producer Tyler Perry is helping pay for Wales' funeral. The former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick is helping to pay for his independent autopsy, and the filmmaker Spike Lee attended a news conference last week to support the Wales family. So Wales' mother, Christine Walmsley, says Wednesday they want Monday's funeral to be a celebration of their son's life. He would not want us to be sitting around crying and eating, and so what going to be kind of a party to celebrate them, she says. A lot of reports from Philadelphia and Turk Bay, report from Little Rock, Arkansas. So the funeral is going to be on the 20th of July. They say it's Monday, so the funeral is going to held, I think, going to held probably in Mississippi around the 20th of July. I think it's going to start around 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. But let me tell you something though. Investigate. Don't close the investigation. Keep the investigation open. People end up paying money to see those people goes to prison. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing. Everybody is in on this needs to be arrested. They needs to be taken out for question. They already been said not to go out of town. Now, I don't know what the friend said. They said a friend told a lie. They asked a friend, because I know that probably his childhood friend or whatnot. So we're going to keep more updates about this. So thank you for watching Reality Talk News.